Good morning, guys. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think my internet went out for a second. Hopefully, it doesn't start screwing up again today. But yeah, today's Friday. There's not that many decent stocks I see right now. Um, Favorite one is CLWT. It's gapping up from 380 to 555. It looks pretty decent, so I'm definitely keeping an eye on that. What's up, Seven? Good morning, man. Good morning, Power Zone. BPMX 7. I mean, Skynet, my channel's kind of the reason I call it beginner trading is just it's just a resource for new traders. Like I'm fairly new. Like I've been trading for about 11 months now regularly, and so fairly new. But there's definitely more experienced people than me in here, um, and so yeah, it's just a resource for new traders, man. Yeah, I've never messed around with crypto. Good morning, Brendan, Sammy. What's up, man? Glad you're here, Brendan. Yeah, trading is all about finding your niche in the market. You got to find what you're good at and then just rinse and repeat that. You got to find what statistically you do the best at. What historically you have had the best win rate with. Sorry, can't talk. What you've had the best win rate historically with, and then you just want to try to repeat that and see and then just try to rinse and repeat, if that makes sense. At least that's what I do. I found my niche. My niche is shorting overextended stocks, but other people might be different. Other people like longs a lot more than me. I like shorts. And so, everybody's different as a trader. You got to find out, what your style is. Good morning, Mo. Yeah, I kind of got the same plan with it, Brendan. Look for the low of the day break under this 525 level, maybe down to 5, depending on how quickly it moves. If it breaks under 5, maybe down to 450. We'll see, though. All right, so let's see if any of these are actually tradable. I'm hoping they are. VKTX looks pretty decent as well, but unfortunately I cannot trade it. All right, so ANF, which is Abercrombie and Fitch, is tradable. MU is tradable. CODX is tradable. CLWT is not. That's my favorite one too. I'm kind of bummed out about that. VKTX. They added VKTX. See, this is the thing I really like about TradeNet. While some of these penny stocks are not tradable, they do add penny stocks that have big moves. Like you can see VKTX had a really big move. If you want to look at it. I had a really big move yesterday. This thing went from 486 to 1076, and sure enough, they did add it, and so now VKTX is available to trade on TradeNet. So I'm really happy to see that. At least I can trade one of these big volume spikes. So moving on. Watching CLNE here, not my favorite one, needs to pick up some volume, but it's gapping up some in after hours. It had a lot of support at this 314, 315 level. If it breaks underneath there, maybe for a short under 3 is what I really like more, if it gets that low, so we'll see. IMGN, not really moving much in after hours and pre-market, but it had a really nice day yesterday from 1050 to 1150 basically. It's sitting at 1142 now, watching it around 1150. See if it breaks under the VWAP or over that 1150 half dollar area. DWT is an ETF. Keep an eye on it over 9. It got rejected hard there yesterday, so watching it around there. TNDM, kind of the same thing as IMGN. Watching this one under this support level it had here. Maybe down to this 1050 level, 1060 level, just depends. I do kind of like that short from 1388 to 1357. Decent risk reward for that trade, so I might watch that. And then ZUO. I want to see it pick up some more volume, obviously, but keep an eye on this one as well. So yeah, that's my watch list today. Not a ton moving really in the market right now. Good morning, Sammy. D Champion, what's up, man? Vaughn. No. No, I don't trade for a living. I'm still fairly new, you know. And it generally takes, like, regardless of what any guru or anybody else says, it generally takes at least a few years to become really good at trading. Sure, there's going to be outliers who get lucky and start doing, you know, good really fast. But for most people, it's going to take a few years. Do they have KTOV that's tradable? It had an offering. Yeah, look at that offering. It happened midday, which is strange. Usually the offering happens overnight. No, KTOV is not tradable, unfortunately. But not too bad. Let's see. We got one that's not tradable. I mean, everything on my watch list is tradable except for CLWT. I think there's one more as well. Maybe VTVT. Oh, they added VTVT as well. Man, they're a day late, but hey, at least they're adding these things. VTVT is tradable too. Watching it under this 175 support level right here. Looks interesting for a short if it breaks under there. Maybe down to 160s. We'll see. Yeah, it's kind of slow. Fridays are usually pretty slow. What's up, James? Good morning, man. BPMX 7. Yeah, BPMX looks good. I mean, I don't think I can trade it. No, I can't trade it, but it looks good. It's gapping up nicely. You know, moving a lot. Had a nice flag yesterday, riding the VWAP during market hours. So we'll see what this one does as well. BPMX looks okay. Good morning, Wilkin. Warrior Trading. I actually like Warrior Trading. You know, I have no affiliation with them or anything like that. I really don't. But I think Warrior Trading is okay. You know, when I started, I watched their free day trading course. They have a free day trading course on YouTube, a free one. So I think that's really cool of them to offer that. You know, do I think they're, you know, however expensive it is, I don't know how much their, you know, their paid day trading courses, a few thousand, I'm guessing. Do I think any day trading course that costs a few $1,000s is necessarily worth it? You know, I can't really say. I've never used them, but you know, just me, I would never pay that much money for a day trading course. And that's just my stance on it. Like I said, I actually like Warrior Trading. I think Ross is probably a pretty good trader. You know, and they've got some good free content online. But aside from that, like, I just don't know enough to judge their course or anything like that. But my stance on day trading courses are, if it's a few $1,000s, it's probably a little bit too expensive, you know. JAGX. Looks like an offering. Almost guaranteed this is not an offering, a split. Almost guaranteed this is a split. Let's look it up. I mean, I can't trade it, but I'm pretty sure this is a split. Let's look it up. Nothing really out on JAGX. It's got to be a split, though. Even if I don't see anything, it's most likely a split. Alright, so let's look up the news on some of these stocks. Starting off with CLWT, the one stock I cannot trade. CLNE has no news out on it. I really wish I could short it. Just no catalyst that I can see for CLNE. The last press release or news story came out on the 24th of May. And so since then, nothing's really going on with that one. Moving on to A&F, which is Abercrombie and Fitch. All right, so Abercrombie and Fitch revenue beat street expectations. Revenue's up 2 to 4% from last year, and the FactSet consensus implies a 1.7% growth. I'm actually surprised. I think, and they had good first quarter results, so good earnings and results for Abercrombie and Fitch. I'm actually surprised with this one. You know, I'm 30 years old, and so I grew up when Abercrombie was like the style. You know, everybody had like Abercrombie polos and button downs, and you know, Abercrombie and Fitch was the style. But as I've gotten older, you know, nobody really buys it anymore, and I don't have any more Abercrombie and Fitch clothing. And so I'm surprised this company's still around. I don't understand anybody that would actually shop with them, you know. But hey, they're still around. Their stock's still moving. Who knows? Next one I'm looking at is VKTX. This one's looking good in pre-market as well. This one's had a big last few days, up from $4. So the price target was raised on VKTX from raised to $15 a share from $11 by H.C. Wainwright. And this one has some good news earlier, but see, this one has no news out on it that I can see. The last news story came out on the 9th of May. And so this one's interesting, guys. You never know. Like that, you know, I think I said this a few days ago, is that I really like to short these overextended stocks at the open. But when the stock has zero news and it's going crazy like it did the last few days, you know, it's kind of, you know, you got to be very, very careful, because a lot of times these are just getting pumped up to oblivion. You know what I mean? They're just getting pumped up. And so while you may think the stock's overextended, if it's getting pumped up, it doesn't really matter. You know, they're going to keep pumping it up for as long as they want. And you got to be very careful with this type of move. I'm definitely more short biased with it regardless, but going to wait for a move with it before I decide to make any plans with it at the open. Another one I'm looking at is CLNE. Nothing out on CLNE as well. So interesting. Moving on to IMGN. This one had a nice move yesterday. IMGN really doesn't have anything going on with it as well. DWT's an ETF. I'm just going to skip that one. TNDM. TNDM, nothing out on it. And then ZUO, last one. Hopefully I can find some more that looks good. Alright, so it sounds like ZUO had good earnings. Yeah, so ZUO earnings went up. So good earnings, that's ultimately why it's gapping up. I'm still kind of looking. I'd really like to find a few more to trade today. You know, we'll see. Good morning, Mitch, Eric, CNAT. Nobody got your joke, 7. I got it, man. It goes, I like girls who wear Abercrombie and Fitch. I'd take them if I had one wish, because they'll be gone for the summer, I think is how the lyrics go. I can't remember. It's been so long since I heard that song. That was a 90s song, or early 2000s 90s song. I vaguely remember it, but it's something about summer. I do remember that. It's too long ago. Good morning, T-Dot. What's up, man? Y'all can listen to my beautiful singing this morning. Teddy, it's just part-time, man. I don't do it necessarily for a living. Like, I have a few online businesses that I run that I do for a living. I'm also a real estate agent, and so I do a few different things. Trading, I'm still learning, you know. I know, man. Look, 7. Maybe you and I are just too old, bro. You know, maybe we're just too old, man. Right. Maybe Brock got it. I think Brock got it. What's up, Lewis? Good morning, man. BOXL. Yeah, I'm taking a look at it. AYTU. CNAT. It needs more volume. CNAT looks good. I don't think I can trade this one. I hope I can, but I don't think I can. I can trade it. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to keep this one right here. TOPS. TOPS is gapping up some, about 4 cents. Boxel. Boxel looks interesting as well. Boxel's just sketchy, though. I watched Boxel crash yesterday. Not crash, but it had this huge spike. Like, if you look at Boxel here, if you look at this move right here, like, it goes from 684 to 795, and then in 2 minutes, it drops, like, an entire dollar. You know what I mean? In 2 minutes, over a dollar drop in 2 minutes, you know? And so that's just, that's one of those account ruining drops right there that I don't want to get involved with, you know? James, VKTX yesterday on TradeNet wasn't tradable, so I couldn't trade it yesterday. Now they finally added VKTX to TradeNet, so I can in fact trade it on TradeNet this morning. So I'm kind of excited about that. Tiny. Yeah, it's kind of an inside joke. I can't remember who sings that song that Seven and I were joking about, but uh, I remember it. It was like a really popular song back in the day, and like it was either the late '90s or early 2000s. I feel like it was the '90s though. I think it's called "Girls of Summer," is what the song's called. It's like a whiny '90s rap song is the best way to describe it. I don't really know what else to describe it as. Kind of a boy band, whiny '90s rap song, but everybody used to listen to it. SLS. Nice, man. I don't know why I missed this one. Somebody else brought this one up as well. Please let me trade it. And it does. Okay, good. So, yeah, this is my main watch this morning. I will watch Abercrombie and Fitch as well. Put it on my other monitor. Yeah, it was awful, man. But everybody used to listen to it. I don't care what anybody says. Like it used to come on the radio enough for everybody to hear to, if you're over probably, if you're over 30 or if you're over probably like 28 or 27, then you've probably heard it before. Yeah, we'll see, James. I'm trying to finish the week out strong. I've had 2 profitable days, 1 losing day, although it was basically break even. I lost like $5 yesterday, and so hopefully I can finish the week out strong. I'm still up on the week. I may try to trade a little bit more active today. Yesterday, or not yesterday, last Friday when I was actually in New Orleans. Um, when I was in New Orleans, I was in my hotel, and my wife had an appointment to get her hair done for the wedding, and so I was at the hotel by myself all day, and I got a little bit more active, and I actually minimized my loss. I originally had a loss that morning, and I actually minimized it some by trading a little bit more active. So I may try to be more active today. We'll see. I don't know yet. But some of these look interesting. Let's look at CNAT and SLS. I realized I didn't look up the news catalyst on those two. All right, so CNET. All right, so no news on CNET. SLS, moving on to SLS. All right, so SLS did have a news release. It says their phase 2 trial met the clinical objectives and is being discontinued early by the sponsor because it met the objectives. So that's good. So good results for SLS. That's ultimately why it's gapping up and met the objectives they were looking for in the phase 2 trial. And so they actually discontinued it early because it did meet those objectives. And so that's what's going on with SLS. One that looks interesting with Abercrombie and Fitch is if it breaks under this closing price yesterday, maybe a good short, something I'm looking at under this $24 level right here. So if it breaks under there, it looks weak, and then, you know, continues to fall, maybe under this 23.66 level, maybe a good short. Gonna keep an eye on that. Biggest watch is probably VKTX, although I'm going to be very, very careful with it because a lot of times when these stocks are pumped up this much, you never really know. It's got a pretty big range on it, and so, you know, just got to take it slow with this one. Also looking at COSS, but yeah, look at SLS here, starting to move up, testing that 650 level. SGLB, PETX gapping up some. DDE, not tradable, but it's gapping up some. DDE. FRSX, OSK, KBSF. Lulu is one everybody was talking about as well. You can see this gap up on Lulu, LULU. PYPL gapping up some. TTOO gapping up some. Yeah, something that, I mean, A and BC looks halfway decent. I may watch this one as well. I mean, it's gapping up about $1, $1 and sorry, my mind just went blank. $1 and 16 cents. Let's see if I can even trade AMBC though. Okay, so I can't trade this one. Still watching CNET though. But yeah, look at SLS here, testing this 650 high, breaking the 650 high pre-market, continuing to run up to 660. I guess I'm still more short biased with it. It closed at 518, so it's up a ton. So here goes. I don't know if you guys remember what I said a few minutes ago, but look at Abercrombie and Fitch here. This is what I was talking about. I would actually prefer it to wait to make this move, but I'm definitely more short biased with it just because it goes all the way down to the lows of yesterday and broke those. And so it looks interesting. If it can hold underneath this level here at 2350, may look to short it. We'll see though. It just bounced back, has a big down wick there, so we'll see. SLS up to 664. What's up, Ant? Good morning, man. Yeah, so y'all should know this song. Eric Wade's 39, Power Zone's 40. Tiny's 48. I like the Jackson 5 though, Tiny. You know? My wife and I listen to ABC sometimes with our kids. They like it too. Yeah, for sure, Mitch. We're definitely in summertime trading. Not the best volume. I'm from Louisiana, Adi. I live in Texas, but I'm from Louisiana. JT's your boy, 7. Yeah, I remember the boy band day, man. I don't think any of them. I mean, the latest boy band, my daughter liked them, were One Direction. Snap. SNAP. Yeah, Snap's moving okay. Smaller range, but it's a higher float stock. Had a nice move yesterday, gapping up some in pre-market. Looks good. I like it. I'll watch it. Yes, it's 39. Kron, Erhan. Kron looks okay. Need some more volume though for sure. I mean, I use real-time data. Skynet. Yeah, like level 2 is real-time. It may be like a 1 second delay, but that's just so it doesn't lag, if that makes sense. It may sound kind of backwards, but if I have it too quickly, my thinkorswim will lag. Like if I have it in completely real time, my thinkorswim will lag. Nice, James. Yeah, man, it takes a little time. Expatriated antiquity. I think I said that right. Um, Volume for which one? Nice, Brendan. Hey, that's the way to do it. Start early, man. Nice, Adi. Yeah, I have some friends that live in Lafayette. Yeah, right, 7. That's how I feel, man. I'm 30. I just turned 30. Had my little crisis of turning 30, getting out of my 20s, but I'm used to it now. Now the next age I gotta fear is 40, but I think I'll be alright. Alright, so yeah, biggest watches this morning, VKTX, CNET, and SLS. I wish I could trade CLWT. It's kind of what I look for with a short, but unfortunately, just not tradable. I gotta add the VWAP on more than one chart. I think I'll do that now. There we go. It's a little bit better. All right, so I got the VWAP on both. Yeah, time goes fast, man, especially if you have kids. You know, time moves by really, really fast. All right, guys, we got about 8 minutes until the open. Abercrombie and Fitch continues to drop. See, this is what I would have, I was talking about this short at the open this morning, and you can kind of see why. I mean, this is a big support level, so once it broke under this 2360 level right here, this thing just started to tank, and I would have really liked to take advantage of this at the open, but unfortunately it made the move before I could. Now it's just dropping big. I'm still going to watch it, see if it pulls up, maybe touches this area as and holds it as resistance, maybe look to short it back down when it starts to turn. Oh yeah, man, time goes fast, Power Zone. I still think 2008 was like a year ago, you know. Like if I'm watching a movie and I'm trying to watch like a recent movie and it says it was made in 2008, I'm like, oh, well, that's brand new. You know, that was just a year ago. Really, it was like 11 years ago. So time moves quick, man. Yeah, I wish I could trade in pre-market Tiny. It's hard to find a broker that allows it though, you know. Like most brokers either have really expensive commissions or they don't have pre-market trading. It's kind of hard to find one that has cheap commissions and pre-market trading. You know, if anybody knows of one, let me know, because that's what I really want to look for. Yeah, I mean, I still feel young as well, 7. I mean, I am young, relatively speaking. But yeah, Abercrombie and Fitch continues to tank. It's at 2264. Yeah, I'm relatively healthy. The biggest medical thing I have is like lately I've been waking up gasping for air as I'm falling asleep. So the first thing is maybe it's sleep apnea, but sleep apnea generally happens in the middle of the night. Like you wake up gasping for air in the middle of the night, you snore, and I don't really snore, and it's never in the middle of the night. It's always like as I'm falling asleep, I wake up gasping for air. So I have to go do a sleep study this Monday. Kind of scary. Yeah, but SureTrade is just so expensive, Addy. I've used SureTrader before. I actually like the DOS platform. Man, look at Abercrombie and Fitch tank. Yeah, see, this is what I was looking for. This was the move I was looking for. It just happened a little too early. So we'll see. It may rebound some at the open. If it does rebound, look for it to hold this 2350 area as resistance. See, that's probably what it is. Yeah, it sucks, Brock. I've basically accepted it's sleep apnea. I'm just kind of nervous about using the CPAP machine. It's only been going on for the last few months, and it doesn't happen every night. It happens maybe, 3 out of 7 days of the week, but it's scary when it happens, you know. Yeah, for sure, T Dot. That'd probably help, man. Yeah, maybe so, T Dot. Yeah, no, that's what I actually am looking forward to. Because right now, like when 4 o'clock rolls around, I get really tired. And so it may be because I'm waking up in the middle of the night. So that's one thing I am looking forward to. If it is sleep apnea and they do put me on the CPAP machine, maybe I'll get better sleep. Because I always try to go to bed. Like, I'm kind of OCD with how I go to bed. Like, I like to go to bed. Uh, I never like to sleep later than, like, or go to bed later than, like, midnight. I always try to go to bed at, like, 11:30 so I can get, like, 7.5 hours of sleep every night. But I still feel tired the next day. I don't know if I'm just getting old or what it is, but yeah, CODX is tradable, Mitch. Yeah, maybe so, T Dot. It's an electric cigarette. Yes. Right, that's what my wife might think it is. That's what my wife thinks it is, Lewis. Is some type of anxiety thing. And I don't really have social anxiety. I mean, obviously, because I stream in front of usually a few, 100 or so people every morning. But it's more like I do have a little bit of anxiety. It's more like a hypochondriac type of anxiety. I always think something's wrong with me. So maybe it is anxiety. Who knows? Yeah, right. Eric, that's what I maybe. Right, right. All right, gotta stay focused. All right, 2 minutes, guys, until the open. A little slow Friday today. We'll see what happens. But Abercrombie and Fitch continues to wash here. But yeah, these three are my biggest watches: VKTX, SLS, and CNAT, CNAT. Market's opening up soon. I'm hoping it's the same thing, Lewis. I would love it for not. I would love it not to be sleep apnea. you know. All right, guys, we got 1 minute, so good luck, everyone. Nice power zone. Hey, man. I hope it works out, bro. All right, guys, we got 30 seconds left, so good luck all. So yeah, CODX looks interesting as well right here. I'll watch this one too. All right, guys, we got 10 seconds, so good luck, everyone. Market's opening right now. And there's the open. Sorry for the bell, 7. I know you hate the bell every morning. All right, so SLS moving up to 680, riding the VWAP, watching that specific area here. CNAT, see what this one does. CODX, watching it as well. Big drop in ZUO, and then a bounce all the way back. Watching CNAT here, see if we can break that 465 pre-market high. SLS starting to drop. CLWT dropping some. We'll see what it does here at this 550 level. SLS starting to wash some. Just a huge range in SLS. So got to be careful with it because this thing can go back and forth $1 very quickly. CODX. Mitch. So ZODX breaking on the VWAP here. The level I'm watching with it is this 320 level here. OGEN7. Not moving too much. Gonna keep an eye on it. Snap running up some. You can see Snapchat up to 1185. Appreciate the sub, Richard. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, but Snapchat moving up some. It's up to 1190, just about 1190. All right, so big drop on CODX here. It just drops a little bit too fast for me to want to get into it. We'll see if it holds that 320 area as resistance. I also want to wait a little while, let the market calm down some. Snapchat moving up though. CNET falling down some, testing that $0.50. VKTX breaking over 11. We'll see if it tests this 1118 level here. Alright, so CODX, I'm watching this one. The biggest thing that makes me nervous with it is this $3 point. It just doesn't have enough to really profit from. SLS is breaking under those lows here, so it looks interesting. Appreciate it, Lewis. Thanks, man. I appreciate the $5 donation, bro. Means a lot, bro. Appreciate it, man. That's awesome. Shout out to Lewis for the $5 dono, man. Thanks, bro. But yeah, man, really appreciate the support. That's awesome, man. Alright, so CODX looks somewhat interesting here. If it holds this area as resistance now, I might jump in. VKTX here. May look to short this one as well. If it can get under this 1050 level and hold underneath it, maybe short it down to 10. Watching SLS here as well. See if it holds this area as resistance and then continues to fall. But yeah, thanks again, Lewis. Appreciate the support, bro. Also keeping an eye on Abercrombie and Fitch here. It's about to break under these lows or try to break under these lows again. May jump in with the starter size. Try to add to it if it goes my way. CODX ended up bouncing all the way back. Alright, so CODX may be a good washout long here, actually. See how it acts at this 350 and 355 point right here. If it breaks those, maybe decent. All right, so I'm getting in with a starter size on SLS of 10 shares. It's up a lot. A very small position originally. It's bouncing back some, but if it holds this area as resistance at 640, I'll add to it. Yeah, I was watching Abercrombie here. Should have shorted it. CODX for that washout long. There it goes. Yeah, like I said yesterday, washout longs are something I need to pay more attention to because they happen a ton, and I think they're pretty reliable. Should have taken advantage of Abercrombie and Fitch. Called this one out under 2160. All right, so there goes VKTX here. Should have taken advantage of it. Called this one out too. The CODX washout long. It just moved really quickly. Hesitated. I recognized the pattern. Just didn't take advantage of it. Really nice washout long setup on CODX here. Alright, so SLS, I'd like to see it hold that area as resistance. If not, I'm just going to jump out of it if it breaks this 640 level. Worried it's going to pull a washout long as well, so if it does start to do that, I'm just going to jump out. Which is why I kind of put this feeler trade in with the small sizing. Let it test the VWAP. Alright, so CODX had the washout long, got up to 375. VKTX breaking under the lows here for a green to red move. I have to put another trade window up here. I think that would help so I can get in more than one position at a time. I should be able to put another trade window up here so I can get in more than one position at a time if I really like to. There we go. That should work. Alright, so there goes SLS here. I'm going to look to add to it if it continues to drop. it's for the spread to clear up some. Alright, so I added the CLS. Wait a minute. I'm trying to add the CLS here. Too late now. Alright, there goes CODX breaking over the highs here. Now I'm too worried it's going to hold over 6. I should have added, taken a bigger sizing with it. Wish I would have gotten that add in there. Biggest thing I'm worried about here is that it's going to hold support at $6 and bounce back. Looking at Snapchat here. VKTX is just tanking. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of looking to it. Maybe add over there if it breaks underneath it and get out. Snapchat continues to fall here. Alright, so there we go. I'm in with 30 shares now on SLS. Looking for it to get under 6 and hold. Obviously, if it breaks over 618, I'll get out for a small loss. Let's hope it continues here. It's got a lot of support underneath it. My target is set at this 270 level, 278 level. So hopefully it can get under there and work for me some. Yeah, man, it happened. 7. DDE. Yeah, I can't trade DDE. DDE's not tradable on TradeNet, unfortunately. What did CNET eventually do? CNET's just choppy. VKTX. Finding that support at 10. CODX trying to push back up here. You can see it's testing that high of the day again at 385. It's sitting right there now. There goes to 387, 390. Looking for SLS to hold this $6 area as resistance, obviously. And quick bounce back. I'll give it some time here. If it gets over 618, that's my cue to jump out of it. $395 on CODX. Nice little flag there. Starting to push up strong. We'll see how it acts at 4. Abercrombie and Fitch trying to bounce back some. Ben, so yeah, man, so like I'm still a new trader, so I actually use really small sizing and just try to take it slow. The most important thing is consistency, and I've been pretty consistent this week thus far. But yeah, I might make $10, $15 a day, not much, you know, when I do have profitable days. Because like I said, I'm still a new trader. I'm not trying to act like a guru or anything like that. I'm just taking it slow and trying to be consistent, which I think is the most important thing. Alright, so SLS is continuing to drop. It's getting a little spready. We'll see if it continues here. That's ultimately what I'm looking for a crack underneath this 577 level. Looking for the spread to clear out some. Yeah, Vaughn, like I said, I'm still a new trader, man. So, like, I think the biggest mistake new traders make is they use too big of sizing when they first get started. And so I'm still a new trader, man. I'm just trying to take it slow and be consistent. It doesn't really it doesn't really matter how much I make. It just matters, you know, if I'm getting in good trades or not. And so that's kind of what my ultimate plan is with trading, is just to take it slow and try to, you know, make consistent gains in the market, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm starting to get worried that SLS move is done, though. It's down so much already. Should have used bigger sizing with it, but it's down so much already. I'm trying to get it to break under that 577 level, but the spread is just a little rough on me. So, I mean, I have it enough to where I'm not going to really lose too much money on this one, if I do lose money. But should have used bigger sizing. That's the biggest thing I got to work on. This is a reversal trend here, so I'll probably jump out of it if it breaks 6. Gonna give it some time. Really like to see it get under this support level right here at 579 if it can. A little worried it's gonna bounce back and reverse quickly though. Nice, James. Good job, man. Good trade, bro. VKTX looks like a good short as well. Maybe a little late for it though, but it looks decent for a short. Let's just see if SLS can continue here. Yeah, we'll see if VKTX can bounce and then hold this $10 area as resistance. I mean, that's ultimately what I want to see with that one. I just got to focus on using bigger sizing. That's the biggest thing. The habit to break is that small sizing habit. VKTX looks interesting here. Holds that area as a resistance. It looks decent. If it continues to break, it's just down so much already. Although it's been up a ton. And so we'll see. Hey, Mr. Eric, that's good, man. Yeah, I'm profitable more days than not been for the most part. Like the last month or so, um, I've definitely had more profitable days than I've had losing days in the last month. And I've lately been trying to use a little bit larger sizing, although I didn't today. I'm not sure why. It's just kind of a hard habit to break is to getting into using bigger sizing. But yeah, overall I'm consistent for the most part, which is why I've been trying to use bigger sizing, if that makes sense. Like so far this week, I've had two profitable days, one losing day. Although my losing day yesterday was very, very small loss. It was a profitable day aside from commissions, or it was a break-even day aside from commissions. See ya, Ant. Right, hey Vaughn, that'd be a good that's good percentage returns, man. If you could do that, you're a good trader if you could do that, man. All right, so SLS testing this low again. Like I said, I'd really like to see it get under 577. If it can get under 577, I'll be happy. Hopefully it can. Let's see if it continues to try here. At this point in the trade, though, I can set a relatively safe stop if it bounces over 6. And maybe 602 is where I'd keep my stop, 603. And just try to let it work. HM&Y, Ronald. Um, I mean, HM&Y, I don't think this is really a good stock. This stock is, if you look at the daily chart, it's a pretty bad stock. Let's see. It obviously had a split somewhere along the lines, but this thing is down from 270 in the last few months to 40 cents, and so pretty bad stock, I'd say. Um, now it's just dropping. I don't really like to short stocks under 50 cents. I think it's ultimately too risky because a lot of times the cheaper stocks can go crazy. Yeah, I have Twitter, Adi. It's at Beginner Trades. Not at Beginner Trading, it's at Beginner Trades. This is it right there. That's my Twitter handle. Yeah, I think the move is just done for SLS. We'll see. I mean, I don't know if it's going to ever get under 580. The good news is I can get out for a relatively break-even trade quickly. if it does start to turn. I mean, I'm just judging the technicals on the stock, Rustle. If you look at the stock, I mean, it's gone from $3 down to. Hold on, I might jump out of SLS here. Just because it looks like a reversal pattern. Let it test 6 once and then jump out if it breaks. There it goes. Alright, so I'm out for a break-even trade, basically. Very small loss. It just broke 6, got to 603. But yeah, I'm just looking at the daily chart for HMNY. I mean, it's gone from, $3 down to, 40 cents. And so that's never really a good thing, I would say. Yeah, my biggest problem with SLS is that I didn't use big enough sizing. A little bit of both, Ben. Like every morning at the beginning of the stream, I go over the catalysts for the stock. Like I go over why they're moving, why they're gapping up, the news on certain stocks. And I do take that into consideration, but everything after that is more technical based. But yeah, I do look at the news to see why they're moving, to see if they have a real catalyst or if they're just up or down just because. Alright, so here's a break under the low of the day here. I may get into a small position for on VKTX. And then add to it if it does something I like. We'll see. Alright, James, have a good one, man. Appreciate you watching, bro. Alright, so there goes CODX here. Really trying to get over 4. It's up to 401. I want to see both the bid and the ask over 4, though. All right, James, have a good one, man. Yeah, there goes CODX. All right, so I'm in 50 shares with it. I got to see if it can make a little bit bigger move here. And then obvious risk at $4. I gotta be careful though. Fridays are usually a little low volume days, and so it's tough. I think if it does tank on a CODX, it's gonna tank hard, and so I gotta be careful with it and just set a tight stop. Glad I got out of SLS here. It's up to 608. Appreciate it, Adi. AIPT. Alright, so CODX had a nice spike. I couldn't really take advantage of it. It just was really quick. I don't like that pullback though, that upwick, but we'll see. Let it try to run a little bit. See if we can continue here. So it may have a pullback. It may have a dip here on CODX. I don't mind necessarily holding it through the dip. It just depends on if it holds for a support. If not, I can jump out. And then it immediately breaks under 4. I'll let it test. Kind of going crazy here. Big pull up and pull down. Like I said, I'd like to see it hold over 4. Maybe a 1 minute pullback would be preferable if it continues to push. CLWD. It's OTC. I can't trade it, unfortunately. I don't know how I feel about CODX now. Maybe switch my chart to a 5 minute, see how that looks. Alright, let's see if we can crack this high of the day here. Alright, there's the finally there's the drop on VKTX. Oh no, I bought more shares instead of sold. Oh my gosh, I bought more shares. Why do I do this? Great, I got 100 shares of VKTX now. Not what I wanted to see, not what I wanted to do. So aggravating. Mental mistake on my part. Now it's super risky me holding this. I could be down quick. Frustrating. Alright, so I got out for a $12 gain. I could have held, but I accidentally bought more shares than I should have. But that brings me up to a profitable day today, but way too sketchy for me to do that. Would have much preferred, and I would have made more net profit if I would have just hit the sell button instead of the buy button. It just goes to show how much more I'm used to shorting. So I'm so used to clicking the buy button to cover that I ended up clicking the buy button instead of the sell button when I was trying to cover my position on CODX. But profitable day is a profitable day, regardless by how much. VKTX looks interesting. If it holds that previous support as resistance and then cracks under 950, I may jump in short. It's getting a little choppy down here though, and so I got to be careful. TRXC. Well, I guess I should have held CODX, but at that point, I think it was a little too risky. Yeah, man, it happens. Nice, Salty. Hey, good trade, bro. Good trade, man. Yeah, MDGL is tanking. This one had a big day yesterday, so this is to be expected. It's going to pull back some usually. Yeah, I should have held CODX, but like I said, I accidentally bought more shares than I really wanted with that one. But look at this move. Typical, but hey, I got out. I took the meat of the move from $4 to $4.29 is where I exited it. And so I got about a 25-cent move on that one, so I'll take it. Wish I would have used a little bit a bigger share size from the get-go, but no worries. Appreciate the sub, Rick. Welcome in. Appreciate it. Also, Richard. Appreciate the sub, man. Man, look at this move. Missed the big run. Definitely some FOMO setting in here, but as a profitable trade, it's a profitable trade. I can't be too upset with it. See that? Yeah, see that? It's been choppy all day. It's finally kind of getting over these highs right here. It's got some support at 475, so I'm going to watch that. But man, look at this thing up to 470. Would have been a 65-cent gain if I would have just held through that $35 profit, but I got to get used to letting my winners run a little bit more. Up to 480 would have been a 75-cent gain. Yeah, for sure. FOMO's real with this one, Mitch. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I took a 25-cent gain out of a stock. And, I mean, a 25-cent gain isn't anything to really brush off. It's a nice gain, 25 cents. If you can make a 25-cent gain every day, you'll be really profitable as a trader. You know, it's just... I got some FOMO now for sure, though. A&F would have been an 85-cent gain. I should stop calculating that. 90-cent gain, man. Ugh, gross. I mean, it was a profitable trade, but man, aggravating. Look at this. Whew. FOMO's kicking in hard here, guys. Up to 524. But hey, I hope somebody could take advantage of it. Oh, CLWT. Sorry, Ben. I can't trade CLWT. It's not tradable in TradeNet. Although I do like it either way it goes. If it breaks under 5, good short. It breaks over this high right here at 484. Looks like a decent long. Man. Halted? Yes. CODX is halted on the way up. And of course, my SLS trade is starting to go back where I would have wanted it to. Maybe looking to short it under this 570 level. Maybe down to 550 right here. If it gets that low. I don't think it'll get that low though. We'll see. But yeah, CODX is halted, guys. Nice, Ronald. Hey, congrats, bro. Hey, good trade, man. I mean, I hope it gaps up for you here too. Yeah, see, my patterns are on point. Like, I was talking about shorting VKTX. It's down to 938. Got long on CODX. It worked out. Still looking at SLS here. I mean, this was the original short I was watching for. For real, man. TJ, man, I'm right there with you, bro. Man, the FOMO kicks in hard, man, when you see a movie like this. And, I mean, I can't really complain. I mean, I made a mental mistake here. Like, I ended up adding when I should have covered, and it would have been a bigger net profit. But it was a profitable trade for me. I took 26 cents out of this stock. But, man, after that, it ended up going up to $1.45 over where I entered it at. So, yeah, that's where the FOMO kicks in hard right there, guys. I appreciate the sub, T. Grace. Welcome. Appreciate it. I mean, hey, you never know what it's gonna do in these halts, Salty. It could drop really quickly after the resumption, so we'll see, man. But I think everybody's got a little bit of FOMO with CODX now. I mean, here's the thing. Days like today, really, they raise my confidence as a trader. You know, VKDX did what I wanted to. CODX was profitable. SLS is starting to curl back down. I should have just held through it, but my patterns have been working, so that's the most important thing, regardless of how much I make, really. Is that I can see the improvement in myself as a trader, and my eye for patterns is getting a little bit better, I think, and so now it's just about tweaking my emotions. Biggest thing in trading. Nice, Ronald. Look at Ronald, man. Ronald making all of us look bad, man. From 405 to 545. Taking $1.40 out of that trade. Good job, Ronald. Congrats, man. That's an awesome trade, bro. Appreciate it, T. Yeah, but shout out to Lewis for the $5 donation. Appreciate it, bro. Right. I mean, I'm like this, Eric. Everybody in the room's like this. After missing that move, except for Ronald. That's everybody right now, man. Man, it's just a gross move to miss, especially if you were holding it up to that point. I would have been happy to just get another 25 cents out of it. I mean, I took 25 cents on the first move. I would have been happy to just get another 25 on it, even if I didn't get the whole $1.40 move it made after I did that. Right. I mean, Scott, that's kind of what I'm doing, man. Like, I'm happy with my little gain, my little tiny, $10 gain or whatever I made on it. But, man, for instance, if I would have held with that 50 shares, that would have been right around a $65, $70 gain for me, which is a huge gain for me. I would have loved that. Almost guaranteed I would have sold it way before that, though. Even if I would have held, I probably would have sold it at 5. All right, so there it is, gapping down immediately from the resumption. I'm not touching this thing anymore. I'm not going to chase this thing. Man, I'm surprised. Usually a stock gaps up when it moves up like that and gets halted. I think people are just starting to cover. Yeah, for sure, T-Dot. I mean, it's starting to test. We'll see what happens with it here. It touched for 545, the high of the day again. Up to 523 on the bid. Let's see if it tries to get back over there. Yeah, CODX is tradable on on Ustock trade. I'm not sure. I know it was tradable on TradeNet. I had a profitable trade on it. Yeah, brutal drop, man. Quick drop. That's why it's always risky with halted stocks. Because here's the thing. The reason it drops like that is because when a stock gets halted and everybody's kind of stuck into it, and it was a quick halt, it was only a 5-minute halt, but when a stock gets halted like that and it finally resumes, everybody that got stuck in the halt is going to start covering their positions like nervously, just jumping out of the trade. And so when everybody starts selling like that, it causes these big massive drops that you see. Yeah, it's tradable on according to MR, it's tradable on Ustock T dot. Hey man, it happens, MR. It's testing 5 again, back over 5. But yeah, I'm not touching this thing. Ultimately too risky. It's up to 515. Everybody's watching this thing now, guaranteed. Up to 525. May have just faked people out, get them to cover, and now it's pushing back. VKTX continues to fall here. Up to 525, 530, 535. $5.44. Here it goes, testing that high of the day here. It may get halted again if it breaks it and has a lot of volume. Jump in. SLS. Yeah, I'm watching SLS still. I mean, if it breaks under those lows, I may jump in short again down to 550. We'll see, though. I am using TradeNet, Vaughn. On the left right here is TradeNet. The right is Thinkorswim for charts. But yeah, this is TradeNet. My executing broker is TradeNet. Alright, so it's getting up there again. It's at 535 now. We'll see. It's got a lot of resistance at 545. If it cracks that area and starts to run, I'm sure it'll get a big, massive volume spike here. If it cracks it. And that's a big if, though. Man, look how crazy ZUO has been acting today. Made this big drop at the open and then bounced all the way back, starting to break the highs of the day and pushing up. It's at 24.37, 24.40 now. So I'm keeping an eye on this. So there goes CODX at the high of the day again. Running into a lot of resistance there. We'll see if it cracks it eventually and starts to run some more over 550. There goes SLS. Oh, this is just gross, man. FOMO is real. FOMO is real, guys. Yeah, thinking back, I should have held this 618 level as that resistance. I know Mitch was talking about this point as well. But there's the crack that I was looking for in SLS. I'm not going to chase it, though. But, man, my trade idea was on point, too. I should have kept this original area that we talked about, Mitch, right here at 618 as resistance and as my stop instead of $6. But $6 was better risk reward, if that makes sense. So there's the break on CODX up to 670. FOMO is real, guys. FOMO is real. Kind of looking at DWT for a short here. cracked under these lows. The volume's a little low, but all right, it's 584, 590 on CODX. But yeah, this would have been a profitable trade too on SLS. I should have held my original stop, like I said, at 618. That was kind of the move to make. 585, 581 on CODX. I don't know, Ronald. It's a little risky, man. But hey, it could keep going. I know. You never know. Good luck, bro. Who knows? I hope it works out for you, though. I mean, it's too risky for me. You know, it does have a very obvious risk area of 550. But man, VKTX continuing to crash here. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now, guys. Everybody go check out Mitch's channel. Yeah, I think he's streaming. Let me see. If you had Mitch, go check out Mitch's channel. I think he'll keep streaming him on TradeNet. So go check out his channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And everybody have a good weekend. I day trade live every weekday morning from 7:45 or 8:45 market time till about 10:15, 10:30. So make sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to see that every weekday morning. If you want to do me a favor, if you appreciate me putting it all out there and letting everybody watch me day trade live, do me a favor, click the like button right now in this video. Everybody do it right now, and I appreciate the support if you do. And yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. Have a good weekend. I'll try to record it if I decide to get into anything else. But yeah, so 3 out of 4 days this week have been profitable. Monday, there was no trading. So 3 out of 4 days this week have been profitable. I'll take that. Not a bad week. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Thanks for watching, guys.